Welcome everyone. Have you ever felt that people don't take you seriously even when you're speaking English correctly? Maybe you know the words. Maybe your grammar is not perfect but still okay. But somehow when you speak it just doesn't sound powerful. It doesn't leave a strong impression. It doesn't make people say, "Wow, that person sounds smart." And inside you know it. You walk away from conversations thinking, "I could have said that better. Why do I sound nervous? Why does my English feel weak even when I know what I want to say?" If that's you, you are not alone. There are millions of people around the world who speak English but still feel invisible, small in meetings, embarrassed in conversations, and like something is missing. And today we are going to fix that. This video is not about speaking perfect English. This is about something even more powerful, speaking better and sounding smarter. Because speaking smart doesn't mean using big difficult words. It means clarity, confidence, and control. When you talk better, people listen. When you talk better, people respect you. And when you talk better, even with simple English, you automatically sound smarter. That is exactly what you're going to learn here step by step. Every part of this video is built to show you what you're doing wrong, what you should do instead, and how to practice it daily in simple, practical, clear ways, even if you're a complete beginner. Don't worry. This is the easiest, most useful, and most honest video you will ever watch about sounding smart in English. So listen carefully, pause and practice, watch till the end, and if you find this helpful, please subscribe to our channel for more English videos that actually make a difference. Now, let's begin with why you sound weak and how to change it. Let's begin with one powerful truth. Most people sound weak not because their English is wrong, but because their delivery is poor. Their English is flat, their voice shaky, their sentences too long. They speak too fast or too soft. They use filler words like, and they are not in control of their voice, their tone, or their message. That is the first reason people don't sound smart, even if their vocabulary is decent. Let's take two people. Both say the same thing. "I don't think that's the right way." One says it with a calm, slow, confident voice. The other says it fast, nervous, weak. Which one sounds smarter? Of course, the one who delivers it better. The second person may know the words, but without strong delivery, it doesn't matter. This is where most learners make a mistake. They focus only on learning more words, but never train how they sound. The truth is, people don't only listen to your words, they feel your energy. That energy, your voice, your tone, your pace, your pauses, that's what makes you sound smart. Let's break it down clearly. You speak too fast. When you speak fast, you sound nervous. You don't give the listener time to process your words. Smart people speak slow and calm. They give space. They don't rush. They pause. And that pause shows control. You use filler words like, I think, like, maybe, These words kill your confidence. They make you sound unsure. You don't need to speak non-stop. You need to speak clearly. A smart person can say just 5 words and it can feel powerful. Your sentences are too long and messy. Many learners try to speak long, complicated sentences and get lost. They say, "So I was thinking that maybe if we can go there, then I will also try to." It sounds confusing. Short sentences equal power. Say this instead. "Let's go there. I'll try it." Simple, clean, smart. Less words, more impact. Talking better doesn't mean talking more. It means talking with intention. Every sentence should have a purpose. Every pause should create attention. Every word should carry weight. This is how smart people speak in every language. Even in English, with a small vocabulary, you can sound smart if your delivery is clear. Let's imagine 2 people in an office meeting. Person A, so I think we should maybe try that new idea because it might work. And yeah. Person B, I have a suggestion. Let's test a new idea. Could work. Who sounds smarter? Both had the same message. But the second person spoke clearly, used short, strong sentences, didn't use fillers and spoke with control. The smart person doesn't talk much, they talk right. And that's the key idea of this entire video. Now you might be thinking, okay, I understand, but what should I actually do to change this? Let's talk about that. Action 1. Slow down your speaking speed. Right now, speak one sentence out loud. Now repeat it but slower. Add a pause in the middle. Put power in the last word. Example, I'm not sure that's a good idea. Slow version, I'm not sure. That's a good idea. Now it feels controlled, thoughtful, and smart. Practice this with every sentence. Action 2. Remove fillers like, you know. Start small. Choose just one filler word. Like, Next time you feel like saying it, just pause instead. Silence is smarter than fillers. It will feel uncomfortable for a few days, but that's okay, you're building a new muscle. Action 3. Use short sentences when you speak. Every time you speak in English, train yourself to use short and clear sentences. Instead of, I was thinking maybe we can go out if you want and we can decide later. Say, we can go out. Let's decide later. Clarity equals intelligence. Your goal is not to sound like a native speaker. Your goal is to sound like someone who has control. Because that's what smart sounds like. Smart doesn't mean fast. Smart doesn't mean big words. Smart means calm, clear, and confident. And that starts with your delivery. If you're serious about sounding smarter, try this practice every day. Pick one topic. For example, my weekend. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Talk about that topic in short, clear, slow sentences. Avoid all filler words. Record yourself. Listen to your voice. Ask yourself, am I speaking too fast? Are my sentences clean? Do I sound nervous or confident? Do this every day, and in 10 days, people will notice a difference. If you sound weak, the problem is not your grammar, it's your delivery. And delivery can be trained just like a muscle. Slow down. Speak less. Speak clearer. Remove fillers. Pause with confidence. Use shorter sentences. This is how you begin to talk better and sound smarter. Use short, sharp sentences. Speak like intelligent people. Most people believe that speaking smart means using big words, long sentences, or complex grammar. But in real life, especially in powerful communication, the opposite is true. Smart people do not speak in long, confusing ways. They speak in short, clear, and sharp sentences with purpose. And if you want to sound smarter, the first skill you must develop is this. Say more with fewer words. When you speak long sentences with many ideas inside, you confuse the listener. They don't understand what you're trying to say. You may feel like you're explaining something, but in reality, you're losing control. The longer the sentence, the more likely you are to use filler words, the more likely you are to forget your point, and the more likely your message loses impact. That's why clarity is intelligence. Control your words, control your tone, and you'll control how people see you. Likely the listener will stop paying attention. But when you speak short, clean sentences, something magical happens. You sound more confident. You sound more serious. You sound more professional. You sound more intelligent. And the best part, even if your English vocabulary is basic, short sentences make it sound powerful. Let's say you want to explain your weekend. So basically, I was kind of just relaxing at home, and then I thought maybe I should go out. But then it started raining and I didn't really feel like it anymore. So I just stayed back and then watched some movie or something. Now here is the short version, spoken smartly. I relaxed at home. I planned to go out. It rained. I stayed in. I watched a movie. See the difference? Both versions are saying the same thing, but the second one sounds clear, direct, smart, easy to follow, and emotionally controlled. This is what smart communication looks like. In English, in business, in interviews, in public speaking, everywhere. Short sentences show clarity of thought. If you can express your idea in 1 or 2 lines, it shows your thinking is clear. And when your thinking is clear, people respect your intelligence. Long sentences often come from confused thoughts. Short sentences come from focused minds. Short sentences give you control over your words. When you speak in long sentences, it's easy to lose control. You forget what you were saying, you get nervous, or you repeat yourself. Short sentences give you space. They let you breathe, pause, and think while you speak. That makes you sound calm and confident. Even if your vocabulary is simple, short sentences keep the listener's attention. In real conversations, people lose interest fast. If your sentence is too long, their brain gets tired. But when your sentences are short, clean, and to the point. The listener stays with you. They hear every word. They remember your message. And that makes your communication powerful. Even in English journalism, speeches, and interviews, short sentences are considered the most effective. Some of the most famous leaders, teachers, and speakers in the world use this strategy. Why? Because short sentences are easy to understand, easy to repeat, and easy to remember. And when people remember your words, you become more respected. That's what makes you sound smarter. Now let's get practical. Here is a step-by-step beginner-friendly system you can use every day to practice this skill. Think of one idea at a time. Before you speak, pause for half a second and ask yourself, what is the one idea I want to say? Now say that idea in one sentence. Not two, not five, just one. Examples: I don't agree. That's a good suggestion. Let's take a break. I'm not ready right now. Let's discuss this tomorrow. Each sentence is only 5 to 6 words, but it sounds clear, controlled, and smart. Practice this every day. Break long thoughts into small parts. Let's say you want to explain your morning routine. Most people will say, I wake up at 6, and then I brush my teeth and go for a walk, and then I make some tea and check my phone and then start my work. Instead, break it like this. I wake up at 6. I brush my teeth. I go for a walk. I make tea. I check my phone. I begin. Now each sentence is short. It gives you space, flow, and rhythm. And that rhythm sounds like a smart speaker. Record and compare. Take your phone or a recorder. Speak about any topic for 1 minute using long sentences. Just be natural. Now speak about the same topic again, but this time use only short sentences. Listen to both. Ask yourself which one sounds clearer. Which one feels more confident? Which one makes you sound in control? You'll notice immediately. The second version will sound smarter. This is how you train your speaking brain. Let's look at different areas where short, sharp sentences make you sound more intelligent. In job interviews, instead of saying, so yeah, I have kind of done some work in marketing and then I moved into sales and then I tried learning design and I'm sort of exploring my options, say, I've worked in marketing. I later moved into sales. I'm currently exploring design. Simple, smart, professional. In team meetings, instead of, I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but maybe we can try something else. Say, I have a different idea. We can try another option. Now you sound calm, serious, and confident, even if your suggestion is simple. In daily conversations, instead of, I don't really feel like going there right now because I'm a bit tired and maybe we can do it another day if that's okay with you. Say, I'm tired. Let's do it another day. This is how powerful people speak. This is how smart people sound. And this is something you can train right now. This is not about one-time practice. This is about building a permanent habit of speaking better. Write down 5 short sentences every day. Choose one topic: work, life, English learning, future plans, anything. Now write 5 short, strong sentences about it. Example, topic, my English practice. I read every day. I speak for 10 minutes. I listen to podcasts. I note new words. I review at night. Repeat this daily. Watch interviews of smart people. Notice how intelligent people speak in interviews. They don't rush. They don't talk nonstop. They use space, pause, and short answers. Observe and copy their rhythm. This is called language modeling, and it's one of the fastest ways to upgrade how you speak. Practice mirror speaking in short sentences. Stand in front of a mirror. Pick a question like, what are your goals? Or what did you do yesterday? Now answer it using only short sentences. Look at your face. Hear your voice. Feel your power. This will build your inner speaking confidence. Speak with purpose, not to fill silence. Many people talk just to avoid silence, and that's when they start saying too much. Train yourself to pause, then speak. Think first, then respond. One short, powerful sentence is better than 20 nervous ones. Don't fear simplicity. Simplicity is smart. Never feel ashamed of using simple English. What matters is it clear? Is it meaningful? Is it controlled? If yes, then it's smart. Simplicity is not weakness. Simplicity is maturity. If you want to talk better and sound smarter, Remember this, big words don't make you intelligent. Clear thinking does. And clear thinking becomes clear speech through short sentences. Start building the habit today. One idea equals one sentence. One sentence equals one powerful message. That's how smart speakers talk. That's how leaders talk. That's how confident people talk. And that's how you will talk with daily practice. Smart vocabulary swaps. Use better words to sound smarter instantly. In this part, we are going to talk about something very powerful, how to replace weak, common words with smart, strong words without sounding fake. This is not about using difficult words. This is about using better words. Words that are clear, respectful, confident, professional, and still easy to understand. Because sounding smarter in English is not about showing off. It's about speaking in a way that people can trust you, respect you, and listen to you seriously. Every time you speak, the words you choose are building your image. So let's now go deep into why your words matter, which words make you sound weak, what are better alternatives, and how to practice this daily. Imagine two people saying the same idea. Person A says, "This thing is very good." Person B says, "This idea is excellent." Changes completely. You no longer sound average. You sound intelligent. You sound serious. You sound ready for professional, global-level conversations. Most English learners use words like very good, very bad, that thing, this stuff, nice person, okay work, big problem, small idea, really hard, super easy, so interesting. These words are not wrong, but they are weak, basic, and overused. They don't show your clarity. They don't show your intelligence. They don't leave a strong impression. Now imagine replacing them with smarter words that are still simple and beginner-friendly, but instantly make you sound more professional, more focused, and more serious. Let's explore some powerful examples with explanations and practice tips. Instead of very good, say excellent or outstanding. Why? Very good is too soft. Excellent feels clear and powerful. Weak. That was very good work. Smart. That was excellent work. Smarter. Your performance was outstanding. Instead of very bad, say terrible, awful, or unacceptable. Very bad sounds childish. Use terrible for emotion, or unacceptable in formal settings. Weak. That was very bad. Smart. That was terrible. Professional. This behavior is unacceptable. Instead of thing, say object, idea, issue, or topic depending on the context. Thing is too vague. Be specific. Weak. I don't like that thing. Smart. I don't like that idea. Smarter. That topic is not suitable. Instead of nice, say pleasant, polite, respectful, or kind. Nice is too general. Use descriptive words. Weak, he's a nice guy. Smart. He's a respectful and polite person. Smarter. He's kind, helpful, and sincere. Instead of very big, say huge, massive, or enormous. Weak. That is a very big opportunity. Smart. That is a huge opportunity. Smarter. This is a massive breakthrough. Instead of very tired, say exhausted. Weak. I'm very tired. Smart. I'm exhausted. Instead of very hungry, say starving. Weak. I'm very hungry. Smart. I'm starving. Instead of very hard, say challenging, difficult, or tough. Weak. This job is very hard. Smart. This job is challenging. Smarter. The task is tough but possible. Instead of very easy, say simple, effortless, or straightforward. Weak. It's very easy. Smart. It's simple. Professional. The process is straightforward. Instead of very important, say crucial, essential, or vital. Weak. This is very important. Smart. This is crucial. Smarter. It's essential for our success. Instead of very clean, say spotless. Weak. The room is very clean. Smart. The room is spotless. Instead of very clear, say crystal clear. Weak. Your explanation is very clear. Smart. Your explanation is crystal clear. Instead of very happy, say delighted or thrilled. Weak. I'm very happy. Smart. I'm delighted. Stronger. I'm thrilled to be here. Instead of very sad, say depressed, heartbroken, or devastated. Weak. I feel very sad. Smart. I feel heartbroken. Smarter. I was devastated by the news. Now let's create a simple system to master these vocabulary upgrades. Create a personal smart vocabulary journal. Every time you catch yourself saying very plus basic word, stop. Write it down, then find a better word. Example, very bad, terrible. Very important, crucial. Very clean, spotless. Very happy, delighted. Review this journal every night and try to use at least one smart word in the next day's conversation. Speak one sentence daily using a smart swap. Every morning or evening, record yourself saying one line with a smart word. Examples, this decision is crucial for our future. I'm delighted with the progress. Let's keep the workspace spotless. These small changes make a huge difference in your speaking identity. Read high-quality English content. Spend 5 minutes a day reading good blogs, articles, or books. Pay attention to how writers replace very and how they describe things using fewer words. You'll start seeing patterns, and soon you'll bring those words into your own speaking style. Practice with real topics. For example, your topic could be my job. My role is crucial to the team. I'm responsible for delivering excellent results. The project was challenging but successful. My team is supportive and professional. I'm delighted to work in this environment. Now listen back. You sound smart, clear, and confident without sounding fake. Smart words are easy to understand, specific, precise, and natural in daily speech. Complicated words are difficult to pronounce, rarely used, and make you sound like you're trying too hard. Example, utilize is not smarter than use. Commence is not smarter than start. Stick to words that improve clarity, not words that make you sound artificial. Every word you speak builds your image. If your vocabulary is weak, your impact is weak. But if your vocabulary is smart, even with simple English, people listen to you. So don't focus on big, hard words. Focus on replacing weak words with strong ones. Using better adjectives, making your sentences clear and sharp, and practicing one smart word every day. You don't need 10,000 words to sound smart. You just need to choose better words and use them with confidence. That's how you talk better and sound smarter. Control your tone, speed, and energy. Speak with authority, not anxiety. Even if your grammar is correct and your vocabulary is strong, if your tone is wrong, you'll still sound weak. If your speed is too fast, you'll sound nervous. If your energy is uncontrolled, you'll sound confused or immature. But when you learn to control your tone, speed, and energy, even simple English will sound confident, powerful, and intelligent. This is something no grammar book teaches, but it's the secret weapon of every smart speaker in the world. Tone means the sound quality of your voice. How soft, sharp, flat, warm, cold, excited, tired, or confident it sounds when you speak. It shows your emotion, attitude, and seriousness. Examples, a flat tone, I understand, sounds bored. A confident tone, I understand, sounds calm and in control. An angry tone, I understand, sounds aggressive. A nervous tone, I understand, sounds unsure. Same words, different tone, different meaning. Speed means how fast or slow you speak. If you speak too fast, people can't follow you. If you speak too slow, they lose interest. Would you like me to continue rewriting the next part, tone, speed, and energy, into a clean, numbered-free, fluent transcript too? They may lose interest. But when your speed is balanced, you sound natural, confident, and clear. Energy means the emotional force and attention you bring into your words. How alive or dull your voice feels. Two people can say the same sentence, but one sounds tired while the other sounds focused. Energy creates impact. Even in soft, quiet speech, if your energy is controlled, you will sound mature and intelligent. Tone is not about the words you use. It's about how you say them. A weak tone can destroy your message, while a strong tone can turn even a short sentence into something unforgettable. For example, the sentence, I need help, can sound completely different depending on tone. A flat tone sounds boring. A nervous tone sounds weak. A confident tone sounds calm and serious. An angry tone sounds rude. and a polite tone sounds respectful. If you don't control your tone, people might misunderstand your message or not take you seriously. There are 3 main tones you should train. A neutral, calm tone is useful in professional settings such as meetings or interviews. Steady volume, balanced speed, and calm emotion. A friendly, warm tone is perfect for conversations, relationships, or group discussions. Soft to medium volume and a human, sincere feeling. An authoritative tone works best when giving ideas, instructions, or disagreeing respectfully. Firm volume, slower speed, and controlled confidence. Pick one sentence, for example, "I understand your point," and speak it in different tones. Flat, nervous, calm, respectful, and serious. Record yourself, listen, and compare. Ask yourself, which tone sounds professional? Which sounds unsure? Which would I use in a meeting? Repeat this daily with one new sentence. This exercise builds emotional control through your voice, the foundation of sounding smarter. Read a paragraph aloud slowly. Choose any simple paragraph and read it with extra slowness, pausing after each sentence. Then read it again at a medium speed. Finally, read it once more a little faster, keeping pauses between ideas. Record and compare which version sounds clearer, more confident, and more intelligent. Do this for just 5 minutes a day to train your tongue, breath, and control. Use pause power. Add a short pause before important ideas, after key points, or before giving a response. For example, say, "I'm not sure that's the best direction." That tiny pause adds power, shows that you're thinking, and makes people wait, which creates authority. Voice energy is not about shouting or being loud. It's about emotional presence in your words. When you speak with no energy, people don't listen. When your energy is wild or uncontrolled, people feel uncomfortable. But when your energy is focused, calm, and present, you sound engaged and serious. This makes people respect you without you saying anything dramatic. There are 3 levels of energy you can use depending on the situation. Low energy is for quiet moments, storytelling, or emotional sharing. For example, "It was a difficult time. I had to stay strong." Medium energy suits most conversations, meetings, or speaking practice. "That's a great idea. Let's try it." High, controlled energy works best for presentations, leadership, or motivation. This is the opportunity we've been waiting for. The key is balance. Even in high energy, stay controlled and focused. Imagine you're giving feedback in a meeting. A weak version might sound like, "Yeah, so I think maybe it's not really working because it just feels like the thing isn't effective." That tone sounds nervous, fast, and unfocused. A smart version would be, "I feel this strategy isn't effective. Let's explore other options." That sounds calm, confident, and clear. You can practice this with any topic, job, opinion, plan, or discussion, and improve daily. In meetings, use slower speech, a calm tone, and focused energy. On phone calls, use a steady tone and balanced energy, don't rush. In disagreements, use a respectful, low-energy tone. When explaining ideas, speak at a medium speed and use confident pauses. When practicing alone, experiment with all tones, speeds, and energy levels. Pick one sentence and say it in multiple tones, different speeds, and various energy levels. Record and listen. This trains emotional intelligence through speech. As this improves, your confidence, control, and smartness in English will grow naturally. You can't sound smart if you sound nervous. You can't sound smart if you speak too fast. You can't sound smart if your tone is weak and your energy chaotic. But you don't need to be born confident. You can train your voice. You can build your tone, control your energy, and balance your speed in any language, including English. Because intelligence is not about the language you speak. It's about how you speak and the presence you bring into your voice. Master your tone, speed, and energy, and you will talk better, sound smarter, and leave a real impression everywhere you go. To speak smarter English daily, you must train your brain and mouth to work together. You already know many words and grammar rules, but when it's time to speak, your mind freezes. This happens because most learners train their brain and mouth separately. When you train separately, speaking always feels difficult. But when you train your brain and mouth together in a structured way, you will sound smoother, clearer, and more confident, even with simple English. Learning English isn't only about studying grammar or memorizing vocabulary. Those are input activities. They train you to understand English, not to produce it. That's why you can read and listen well, but struggle to speak. It's like someone who reads cooking recipes every day but never touches the kitchen. When it's time to cook, they panic. The same thing happens with speaking English. To sound smart, you must connect your thinking brain and your speaking mouth. Every sentence you speak goes through 3 natural steps. An idea forms in your mind, your brain selects words to express it, and your mouth delivers the sentence. If any step is broken, you hesitate, pause, or sound unclear. But if all 3 steps work smoothly together, you'll sound fluent, confident, and smart. This connection between thinking and speaking can be trained daily, and it's the key to mastering natural English fluency. They may lose interest, but when your speed is balanced, you sound natural, confident, and clear. Energy means the emotional force and attention you bring into your words, how alive or dull your voice feels. 2 people can say the same sentence, but one sounds tired while the other sounds focused. Energy creates impact. Even in soft, quiet speech, if your energy is controlled, you will sound mature and intelligent. Tone is not about the words you use. It's about how you say them. A weak tone can destroy your message, while a strong tone can make even a short sentence unforgettable. For example, the sentence, "I need help," can sound completely different depending on your tone. A flat tone sounds boring, a nervous tone sounds weak, a confident tone sounds calm and serious, an angry tone sounds rude, and a polite tone sounds respectful. If you don't control your tone, people might misunderstand your message or not take you seriously. There are 3 main tones you should develop. The neutral, calm tone is useful in professional settings such as meetings or interviews. Keep your volume steady, your speed balanced, and your emotion calm. The friendly, warm tone is perfect for conversations, relationships, and group discussions. It carries a soft to medium volume with warmth and sincerity. The authoritative tone is powerful for giving ideas, instructions, or respectful disagreement. It's firm, slightly slower, and full of controlled confidence. Pick one sentence, for example, "I understand your point," and try saying it in different tones. Flat, nervous, calm, respectful, and serious. Record yourself, listen, and compare. Ask yourself which one sounds professional, which one sounds unsure, and which one fits a meeting. Repeat this daily with a new sentence. This simple exercise builds emotional control through your voice, the foundation of sounding smarter. Read a paragraph aloud slowly. Choose something simple and read it with extra slowness, pausing after each sentence. Then read the same paragraph at a natural speed. Finally, read it once more a little faster, keeping short pauses between ideas. Record and listen to all versions. Notice which one sounds clearer, more confident, and more intelligent. Just 5 minutes of this exercise daily can strengthen your tongue, breath, and vocal control. Use the power of pauses. Add short pauses before important ideas, after key points, or before giving a response. For example, "I'm not sure that's the best direction." That small pause adds power. It shows you're thinking. It makes others wait, and that creates authority. Voice energy isn't about shouting or being loud. It's about emotional presence in your words. When you speak without energy, people stop listening. When your energy is wild or uncontrolled, people feel uncomfortable. But when your energy is focused, calm, and steady, you sound engaged and serious. This kind of energy earns respect, even without dramatic language. Different situations require different energy levels. Use low energy for quiet moments, storytelling, or emotional sharing, such as, "It was a difficult time. I had to stay strong." Use medium energy for most conversations, meetings, and daily speaking, like, "That's a great idea. Let's try it." Use high, controlled energy for presentations, leadership moments, or motivation. This is the opportunity we've been waiting for. The key is balance. Even when your energy is high, stay calm and focused. Imagine giving feedback in a meeting. A weak version might sound like, Yeah, so I think maybe it's not really working because it just feels like the thing isn't effective. That sounds nervous, fast, and unfocused. A smarter version would be, I feel this strategy isn't effective. Let's explore other options. That version sounds calm, confident, and clear. You can practice this with any topic, your job, your opinions, or daily discussions, and improve day by day. In meetings, speak more slowly with a calm tone and focused energy. On phone calls, use a steady tone and balanced energy, never rush. During disagreements, use a respectful, low-energy tone. When explaining ideas, use medium speed and confident pauses. When practicing alone, experiment with all tones, speeds, and energy levels. Pick one sentence and say it in different ways. Slow, fast, calm, warm, and firm. Record and listen. This exercise builds emotional intelligence through speech. As you improve, your confidence, control, and communication power in English will grow naturally. You can't sound smart if you sound nervous. You can't sound smart if you speak too fast. You can't sound smart if your tone is weak and your energy chaotic. But you don't have to be born confident. You can train your voice. You can build your tone, control your energy, and balance your speed in any language, including English. Because intelligence is not about the language you speak. It's about how you speak and the presence you bring into your voice. Master your tone, speed, and energy, and you will speak better, sound smarter, and leave a lasting impression everywhere you go. To speak smarter English daily, train your brain and mouth to work together. You already know many words and grammar rules, but when it's time to speak, your mind freezes. This happens because most learners train their brain and mouth separately. When you train separately, speaking always feels difficult. But when you train your brain and mouth together in a structured way, you start sounding smoother, clearer, and more confident, even with simple English. Learning English isn't just about grammar or memorizing words. Those are input activities. They help you understand English, not produce it. That's why you can read and listen well but struggle to speak. It's like reading cooking recipes every day but never touching the kitchen. When it's time to cook, you panic. The same thing happens with English speaking. To sound smart, you must connect your thinking brain with your speaking mouth. Every sentence you speak starts with an idea forming in your mind, followed by your brain selecting the right words, and finally your mouth expressing them. If any part of this process is weak, you hesitate or sound unclear. But when all three parts flow smoothly, you sound fluent, confident, and intelligent. This connection between thinking and speaking can be trained daily, and it's the true key to mastering natural English fluency.